Hey guys, welcome back to Nerd Underground TV. I'm your host David Faria and co-host with Jonkuh.
Jonkuh, what's up, cuz?
Yeah, what up, buddy? And we're doing something we've been talking about for a good while, and unfortunately, it's on the final season of said show that we've been talking about reviewing forever. That's what the
Breaking Bad?
no,
Huh?
2019, homie.
Oh.
Game of Thrones.
Wow!
Yes, season 8.
Ocho, everybody.
Ocho, yeah.
Yeah.
Hachi in Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah, get the fun facts out.
Exactly.
Now, there's nothing else fun about this show, except for actually this first episode was pretty fucking fun.
It was fun. I liked it.
Oh, man. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're not actually going to be doing a beat by beat as like other people do in reviews.
Yeah.
That just it drags on the timeline and the runtime and all that. We're just going to talk about, the cool shit that happened.
Yeah, what we like.
What we like. And then, of course, some enrichment of speculation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody likes on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
Conspiracy theories.
Illuminati confirmed.
Oh my gosh. So the dire wolves do exist in real life? What?
Stay tuned.
With your aluminum foil hats. Yeah, no, right.
Aluminum foil beanie, man. That's,
Beanie and
yeah.
caps, yeah.
Hell yeah. So let's get right into it.
Mhm.
Season 8, Episode 1. Uno.
Yes.
Keeping up the theme with the Spanish. Ichi for the Japanese. All right.
Japanese, yeah.
We've been waiting, 2 years?
2 years.
For this season.
2 long years, guys.
And waiting even longer if you've been a fan since, season 1, which I have been, It was season 1 that got me right into to the whole story arc of, Song of Ice and Fire, and I read the books immediately.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I just picked up when it came out in DVD at Walmart. So
Yep.
yeah, so I was a fan like a little afterwards. But yeah, I was there at the beginning.
You caught in for season 2 and then on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're long-lasting fans. We're not, we're not your fake gamer girls out there.
Oh, I am. I'm clickbait.
Sex appeal. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So this is really the, I guess you could say the major theme of this episode is bringing everybody together.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we've all wanted that. We all craved those little interactions, and we're like, "Oh shit!"
Like, wouldn't it be funny if this person and this person meets, or wouldn't it be great if they met? Or what everyone thought was like, do you think this person's gonna kill that guy as soon as they meet? Because I totally think they would.
There was some tension.
Yeah, there was plenty of tension.
We got all the little nuggets of so and so and so and so we want to see.
Oh yeah.
That interaction and that tension, and we got that in buttloads, dude.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So let's go through that. It is fantastic to finally see the Starks all reunited with Jon Snow, and Jon, of course, seeing Bran and immediately hugging him. As you can feel the love, but you could already tell Jon is like, something's up about Bran.
Yeah,
like his reaction and everything.
Yeah, it's one of those like they met and he was just like, all right, I'm not just here for you. I'm here for other people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, but we're family. It's like, nah, I'm busy. Leave me alone. Go away, Jon.
I'm sure there's going to be another one of those conversations. Yeah. Bran had a second alternative because he finally got to meet up with Jaime Lannister, but we'll talk about that here in a moment. Arya,
mm-hmm.
and Jon Snow. That is a beautiful reunion.
That was nice.
Oh, it was so heartwarming.
I was like, wow, that's family right there, man.
That's and she even said it. Mm-hmm. She said, never forget it.
Yeah, she was like, never forget we're family.
Yeah, and damn that.
Yeah, I know, right? Closer than a steak to his heart.
I love that moment though. We could all joke about it. Is when she pulled down Needle, and he's like, "Oh, you got it.
Kept it. Oh my god.
Did you use it?" And she's like, "Once or twice." And then it's a really funny beat, and then the whole like, "Here's mine."
Pulls out his big A sword. Yeah.
Of course, we made the whole "mine's bigger" joke. It was like a dick whipping out contest.
Right? Let's compare swords. Yay!
So that was a good laugh. Yeah. This episode does have a pretty good few laughs and does have some tense moments. I think, though, most of the tense moments are directly connected to all those interactions that we were waiting to happen. The next ones is, of course, like Daenerys meeting practically everybody of the North.
Oh, yeah.
The North people don't like her.
No, yeah. She's a southerner.
Yeah. Foreign invader is what she's been called for a couple seasons now. And they talk about the North are stubborn people, and if you want their respect, you have to earn it.
Yes.
So are we going to see that kind of be a subplot for this season, you think?
Well, I mean, clearly, there's gonna be a fight.
Yeah.
And
something big.
I mean, it's kind of obvious it's gonna be a big ass fight. Well, you're gonna make or break it in the fight there, obviously. So if you come out winning, then hey, you know what? Not only did you win your battle, you also won some respect.
So you think that's going to be the catalyst to the respect of the North?
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be exactly it.
I'm trying to speculate what other kind of methods that will come about, and one of the ideas I had before watching this episode is one of the same that was suggested by Sir Davos Seaworth, right? Yeah, he was the first one to talk about it. Yeah. It's like, what do you propose? A proposal is what I propose.
So you're proposing a proposal? I do. No, not between us. Them.
You're skipping some steps.
them. Yeah. Take me out to dinner first. I'm that kind of lady, man.
Treat me well.
Treat me well.
so it's really, we're all thinking, is this like, at the end of last season, they're like, ooh, they're banging. And then, of course, the reveal is like, oh, shit, they're related.
Oh, man.
So it's even more naughty.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess they don't have trailer parks where they're from. I'm just kidding. Dang.
Flea bottom.
Oh, gosh.
So, that's a tension that's going to be happening, especially between Daenerys and Sansa.
Yep.
Sansa. They don't like each other. Well, no. Daenerys is still strutting around with that big boots of, you need to follow me, I am queen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And you thought, or at least I thought, there would be some more compassion with, breaking the ice when she, slept with Jon and everything.
And going home and meeting his family and all of that. You think, she'd be trying to play, nice. She's not.
No, she's still strutting around that whole, I'm the queen, you need to follow me. Oh, so, like, the line when she says, she doesn't respect me, but she needs to. I'm her queen. It's just, you still see that Daenerys still technically has a one-track mind. And I think that's going to come into play with the whole knowledge of Jon is actually the true heir to the throne. And he is the de facto protagonist of this whole arc. He's known the true antagonist this entire time, all these seasons, And that's really how it plays out. He is ice and fire.
Yeah.
So I think they did that on purpose, trying to keep that character trait still strong with Daenerys. And of course, that does provide the tension necessary for drama. And
oh my gosh, so much drama.
Compelling drama, yeah.
My stories.
My stories. Who else? We got to see Arya reunite with Gendry.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we're all kind of like, hey.
Yeah, like, hey, it's... Yeah.
You want to be a little lord?
It's like, well, people gonna die soon, so you might as well just hurry this up. Come on.
Yeah, touche.
I mean, clearly, like, she met him while he was forging weapons, and, why are we forging so many weapons, guys? I was thinking to go with the battle, man. Okay, so, everyone start picking out your honeys now. And, yeah.
It's like Mass Effect. Or we're about to go to the main mission.
Yeah.
But I've been working on you every time I could, so now I get the sexy dialogue. Yes. We're going to have sexy time right before the main mission.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's going to happen?
I hope. It's like, you see me hammering this anvil? Yeah.
He's like moving his hips while he's banging. Ping! 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 Ah.
Oh, too close!
Little hammer. I got water hammer.
She would do that. She would just break out a big ass hammer.
No, he's got the big hammer.
I'm thinking she'd swing a bigger hammer.
No, she likes the smaller one. Stays to the side. Smaller target.
Yeah.
What we learned is Arya likes it rough. Anyways, I like Gendry a lot. I like his return last season, and then
he's cool. I really enjoy him too.
I loved how he was an immediate addition to like the Magnificent Seven that went north of the wall for the right, and to bring him back. Freaking awesome. Gendry, what do you think it is that Arya brought him? I couldn't really make it out. She brought a spect, and she's like, I want you to make this. And he's like, why? You got a sword already.
Yeah,
and whatever the fuck that is. Oh, it's a Valyrian steel dagger. What is it?
Kind of look like it's a weird, like, I envision this, like, for a pirate. It's like like the hook for the pirate, and then you have a handle for the hand, and you just tuck the rest on your sleeve. I envision one of those. Except the hook, it's like a pointy thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like a well guarded blade, like a nice little hilt that covers your whole hand. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, let's see. What I was seeing in that brief moment that we got to see that, it looked kind of arrowheadish.
Ah, okay.
And then it had that, that space you have in specs, so you can show, this part and this part.
Yeah.
Had that space between what I thought looked very arrowheadish and something that looked very lightsaber hiltish. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm so baffled. I'm like, what the fuck is that thing,
Yeah, I know, right?
It's what, a spade that pops out?
The coolest thing would be if it's like Assassin's Creed style. It's like
a hidden blade?
Hidden blade kind of stuff. That'd be great. I mean, she is an assassin, so...
No, she's no one.
Oh my gosh, she's a nobody.
But yeah, she's Arya Stark.
Everyone's favorite.
We had that beautiful reunion moment. There we go. That's the word I want to say. And the Hound.
Yes.
He calls it out as it is. You were a cold-hearted bitch.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're still alive. And walks on. He's proud.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm okay you left me to die. Be cool. It's cold outside, so we cool.
I'm a little surprised, though. There wasn't a lot of Brienne action.
Yeah.
But we did get the moments we wanted when she met Arya again, and then she met the Hound again last season. So I can understand why they kind of skimped out on the Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah. Plus, I guess there's too much on the plate already.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of just siphon some pieces out. So.
What else? We had so many reunions.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was just. I think this whole episode was just people meeting up.
Yep.
And just like, all right, we're on the same side. I still don't like you, but we're on the same side. All right. Hope you don't make it.
Speaking of which, we got to see that high tension moment when Sam learns about the fate of his father and brother. That came out in a very natural scene. I'm really happy about it. It started off with the whole genuine thank you. You were the man who saved Mormont, and I will reward you once this war is done. She very much opened the loot crate and went, "We'll take what you want."
Yeah.
Pretty much to him, and he said, "I want a pardon." When he said, "I want a pardon," I totally thought he wanted out of the black.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking he's like, "Hey,
I've been banging."
I thought he was gonna say "Hey, I just want to be pardoned because I abandoned ship. I was part of the black, and now I'm bailing. And please forgive me." I thought that was simple as that.
I don't think Sam's that selfish, and it really does show.
I know, right?
When he requests,
I relate to that guy.
I borrowed some books from the Citadel.
Yeah, borrowed some books
and a sword, which to make that moment into the moment that we're waiting for, that was a good bridge of bringing up the sword and his family.
Because it was like, well, it was mine anyways. It was family heirloom of House Tarly.
And then bam, you see it hit Danny. That was a beautiful moment, and I was clenching everything, my whole body.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, because when she told him, I killed your dad, and he was like,
she said it more elegantly than that.
Yeah, she was like, I straight up murdered this guy. What about my brother? Him too. Yeah, both of them. Your family tree burned. And
your mom and sister. That's it.
And when he was holding back his tears, and I wanted to cry with him. I was over here man.
Damn you, John Bradley.
My boy, man.
Damn you, John Bradley.
You.
Damn you, John Bradley.
I wanted to so bad, but I mean, gotta keep it cool, man. She's watching. The Queen's watching.
He asked nicely. Mm-hmm. Your Grace, do you mind if I? Yeah. He couldn't get it out, but she immediately was like, "Yeah, go." She's still compassionate. Remember, she's got a good arc of emotions and traits, and probably the strongest is the whole stomping around. I'm still queen.
Yeah, I mean, even while she was riding on her horse and walking around, she's just nose up in the air, kind of just
a little bit,
a lot of it,
and smirking when the northern folk were scared as fuck from the dragons.
Well, I mean, I'd be scared of a little flying dragon too. Just.
Speaking of which,
I know, right?
We see John ride a dragon.
Oh man!
Yeah,
that was dope.
From that part of the trailer that you see them going through the ravine and all that. I don't know why I thought they were just flying around for funs.
Yeah, no.
I never would have thought of an
actual pivotal moment.
Those two, both of which on the dragon, which we were speculating. Would that happen ever since he petted Drogon last season?
Yeah.
It's just do you think he's going to ride a dragon?
It was I don't know, maybe. I mean, as Only 2 dragons here. Who else would ride a dragon?
So Jon is very confident on the ground when it comes to battle, but do you think he'll have a moment where he flies the dragon in the big battle?
I kind of hope. Everyone kind of hopes. Oh yeah, it'd be cool if he flies around the dragon, but like I personally feel he'd be more comfortable leading the army. Like,
that's what I'm feeling too.
I feel like
I want to see air support, like full on air forces here, bro.
But I mean,
he's more compelling and cooler on the ground.
It's a lot more cooler for that cape to be following around while he's swinging a sword out.
Oh no, he takes the cape off, man. You know it.
I know. I'm just saying it's
the bastards right there.
Yeah, it'd be cooler if he's just like this, just swinging the sword out.
Totally. But that dragon race. Or Joyride? Yeah, Dragon Joyride. Yeah, that was pretty dope. I love his line at the end of, "You've ruined horses for me forever."
I know, right?
So that's fucking dope. Which I can relate. I mean, I haven't ridden a dragon.
Oh.
I mean, I have. Let me explain why I can relate. Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, gotcha.
You can tame dinosaurs and all that, and it's fucking great. And then when you are on a T-Rex for the first time, going around chomping some shit down to level up quickly is fucking fun. But the moment they introduced the wyverns, quote unquote dragons, we're civilized and wyverns are dragons. I don't care what the fuck you say about it. It's just a type of dragon, okay? That was a really, really cool moment in the game. So I can relate, dude. It's just like flying a wyvern in Ark. That's what I was watching, man. That's how I felt.
That's how you felt?
That's how I felt.
Nice.
And funny fact, I was riding a poison wyvern. They're green, and the one that Jon was riding was his daddy. I mean, the one named after his daddy, Rhaegar, the green one. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And of course, Queenie gets the big one, Drogon.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, she's the queen. She's gotta let everyone know I got the biggest dragon.
She's got the biggest something.
Dragon.
They got some balls because they flew away from Winterfell to be alone.
Oh, yeah.
And have a little cutesy moment.
A little alone time next to a waterfall is really nice.
And she said stuff that I had to turn to you and go, holy shit, this is like a replay of his last romantic encounter.
Oh, yeah.
Which was with Ygritte. She said, we could stay here 1,000 years. And that just reminds me of the whole Ygritte in the cave.
Yeah.
And then, of course, one of her last words she said as she was dying in his arms was, we should have never left the cave. And
foreshadowing.
I mean, she was kissed by fire. Guess what? So was Dany. Technically. She's been kissed, licked, smothered, all the above. Engulfed in flame. Yeah. She is the flame. So it's just pretty brutal. It's a shame, though, we've seen Jon Snow be burned by something. When the first undead attacked in Mormont's, he grabbed that torch or something. I don't remember. He burnt himself. If he didn't burn himself, that would have been a cool reveal this season of dragon fire consumes everything around him, and he doesn't, get burned away. Just his clothes, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm naked."
Guys, it's cold outside. That's why.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, my sword, right? Woo!
When Valyrian steel sword became a dagger.
Oh wait, what?
Speaking of dagger. In a weird way.
Okay.
You'll understand the train of thought. Bran. He's waiting for an old friend.
Okay.
Which we thought was, or was meant to believe that Valyrian steel dagger that Arya is walking around with was given to a cutthroat in the poor Boris Stark. And I'm elaborating on stuff we already know.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Bran.
So you're saying the dagger that she's carrying around is Bran. I'm just kidding. I lost your train of thought. I'm just kidding.
I wanted to get over to talking about Bran waiting for Jaime.
Yep.
Which then reconnects back to when Sam was upset. He came out, saw Bran, walked up to him, and was like, "What the hell are you doing out here? Waiting for an old friend."
I wonder who that is. It
totally sounds like Bran knows fully what the hell happened, and he's not inserting any emotion into it.
Yeah.
If anything, he'd be like, "Thank you." And, of course, Jaime would be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's like, if you didn't do what you did, I wouldn't have become what I am now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone on the path that I am on. So, I think that's going to be the scene of the beginning of the next episode.
I can see that.
And of course, he wastes no time. Sam then hightails it to the crypt to find Jon.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's on a mission.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to know the truth.
Just the truth.
Nothing but the truth. So help you gods.
Older than you.
What? No. The new gods suck. Alright, Septa Baelor is gone. There is no High Septon, which is something we learned.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. We almost glazed over the Cersei parts.
Oh, yeah.
We're so distracted up in the north.
I know, right? Because the north's where it's at.
It is.
Yes. But
Cersei and all that, she did something I didn't think she was going to do. Put out for somebody other than Jaime.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Oh, man. So, Euron?
Yeah. No, she was like...
Greyjoy.
Euron.
She's a power bottom, though. It's, that Greyjoy is a hell of a character.
Oh,
hell of a character, and he hasn't changed one bit, and we just watch him as a wrecking ball.
And we love every moment of it.
Yeah, he reminds me of Liv Schreiber as the Sabretooth, but hey, let's just keep rolling with it. He's a phenomenal character in this dynamic that everybody was so prim and proper and everything, and he's just, like I said, a fucking wrecking ball, just like, I want to smell your pussy! He didn't say that, but he would have.
He pretty much would have.
He would scream that.
Yeah.
In the throne room.
Yeah,
in front of the mountain. He don't give fucks.
In front of everybody. And he'd just be like, you know what? Give me a shot.
Give me a lick. I'll get to your center, Tootsie center of your Tootsie. Yeah.
We get the joke. So, yeah.
So she did. It's strategic if you think about it. She giving him a taste. Like, he wants to marry her.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He was like,
but he also, he wants other stuff. So give him something that's not as permanent.
Yeah.
And to reassure this momentum that he has in loyalty, keeps going for what she wants out of it. Because she now has the Golden Company, right?
Yeah.
Golden Company is now the mercenary group there, which I don't remember that captain's name, but
off the top of my head either.
The way they kept presenting him, I think we'll know his name by the end of the season.
Oh yeah, for sure, and we're all gonna either love him or hate him.
Probably hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate him. Truth.
Speaking of things I hate down in King's Landing, I hate how Bronn is now being put in a very, very awkward position.
Oh yeah.
He's being hired yet again by a Lannister yet again.
Carriage is full of gold.
You know what's really ironic? Every Lannister sibling has employed Bronn.
They paid him, yeah.
And he even says he's like this fucking family.
He does. But you go where the money's at, right? Yeah.
Oh man, Bronn is my absolute favorite character, which I should not say that.
Yeah, no, because
now he's gonna die.
Really sad when he gets.
Yeah. Or when he kills Jaime, which is what he's scripted to do, kill both of them. They say the traitor brothers in Winterfell.
Oh, yeah.
And then Quentburn gives him the crossbow that he used on Tywin. And he calls it out too in the dialogue, poetic justice. And I was just like, that is very poetic. I was thinking as he said it. I was just like, wow.
It was lovely.
A lot of these moments in this first episode is already half written in our minds because of speculation and desire. However, it still played out way better than I could have written it. I'm just really glad we're getting... Like, there are nuggets of things in there that I wouldn't have thought to write into there. Which is, a lesson I learned as a writer, to think outside the box. For example, the young Umber boy. Oh, damn. We got to see one more cool little moment of him, which, of course, the cinematography and the blocking with him immediately gives you that, aw, look at that little lord guy. Like, when he pops out, oh!
Yep.
Good cinematography or good visual storytelling, because it comes in full circle of a kind of a hit when at the end. So another reunion is Troman and Baron Dondarrion and the survivors of Eastwatch by the Sea wander into Last Hearth and find the Night's Watch.
Yeah.
The Lord Commander and whoever is left, and they hightailed it from Castle Black. So, if they ran from Castle Black, so it looks like the Night King and his army went through and then immediately sliced to Castle Black.
Basically, kind of just cut around.
They're taking the King's Road.
Yeah, I guess the scenic route.
No, that's the direct route to Winterfell.
Oh, okay.
King's Road, Winterfell,
so,
and then
crow flies.
Yeah, pretty close too. So that's probably an interesting little fact. However, Truman even does say it is like the whole Night King's arm is between us and Winterfell, and they're gonna get there. They have to get there. I mean, we saw the little preview of the rest of the season.
Oh yeah.
Truman shows up, probably in the nick of time.
Mm-hmm.
But not before, so he sees the little Umber boy, the
Yeah.
little Lord. He is the only body there, because of course they welcome to the army.
Yep, they employ
oh man,
Fallen. And boy, was that actually probably nightmare fuel. I'm not gonna lie.
That is,
Like,
it really is, especially that scream.
Yeah, because the kid was just impaled in the wall, and you're like,
with that sick spiral around him out of arms.
Yeah, well, little arms.
Mm-hmm.
The spiral arms are arms.
Yeah, arms and arms.
Arms. They have an army. And the guy was just stuck, like just hanging like a post-it note of the fridge.
Well, they did say it is a message.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's a post-it note.
Oh man.
Little post-it note Lord.
Yeah, I know, right? And all of a sudden, you know, he just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, he starts screaming.
Thankfully,
loud.
they're very combustible and very flammable.
The torch right there was just the sword, just impale.
Bam! There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Just boop.
Lights them out like a freaking Roman candle, man.
Yeah, and the arms. That was a very cool visual. Some very cool pyrotechnics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I feel bad for the little Umber boy. Makes me sad. I don't like to see the young die, but I do like seeing...
Well, he was dead, undead. Undead dead? Well, now he's dead.
Now, the true death.
Uh-huh. Now the Umber boy is 6 feet under.
The pun master.
Yes.
Speaking of the young, Lady Mormont
Mm-hmm.
got to be vocal yet again.
Yes.
She said what the entire room is thinking. We chose you, Jon Snow, to be king. And we're not happy that you are now kneeling to this queen bitch.
Yes, this foreign lady.
Pretty young bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Even Sansa calls it out. She's like, did you truly bend the knee to save the North, or is it because you love her? And it's really both.
Yeah, it kind of is both. I mean,
come on.
Best
like, of both worlds, yo.
He's just like, why can't it be two? I mean...
You know, I wish he said that. I really did. But instead we got that pregnant pause of... Wonder. So, they are in love. Like, a cute little moment tells us that there's some love going on. And probably some lovemaking going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she's going to have a pregnancy announcement in this season?
I think... Yeah, actually, probably, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah?
Yeah, let's say yeah.
I really wish she had that character trait of stomping around. Like, in a perfect world, the defenses are fine, the Night King and all them can't fucking touch them and all that.
Oh, yes.
And
the economy's great and booming.
Exactly, you know, no tariffs on the south.
I know, right?
And the wall is rebuilt even higher. In a perfect world, I wish Daenerys would be like, she's sitting there too while the North is complaining. I really wish she would be like, you know what? You can have your king. He is your king. I will not be your queen. Unless holy matrimony.
Propose a proposal?
Which might be one of the directions they go with it. With now Jon knowing the truth.
Yes. Truth is, this is gonna be a really good show.
This is a very good show. This is a very good episode. I really feel that it's gonna be balls off the wall now, neck breaking pace from here on out, because this episode was doing the fan service of, all right, so and so finally get to talk and meet again. Cool. So and so, bam. All right. What else do we need?
Lots of so and so's basically. Everybody's meeting everybody.
What else do we need? Oh, we're gonna scare you with the kid and the nightmare fuel.
Yes.
We're gonna show you some really cool dragon racing and all that, and then we're gonna have probably the coolest, most emotional scene of freaking Sam telling Jon.
Yeah.
you are the rightful heir, and just watching Jon's reaction. And I totally agree when they said in the behind the scenes of the episode when they said they just wanted the camera on Jon and not a traditional back and forth over the shoulder dialogue, because this is information we already know.
Yeah.
So John Bradley is just delivering the message, and we're watching his reaction, and you can tell he is so conflicted.
Yeah.
And they called it out too. They're like, he knows, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he
believe
doesn't want it to be true, but knows it's true. So he's just trying to find reasons why it's not true.
Put stuff in front of it.
Yeah.
Like, Daenerys is the queen. She's a good queen. She'd be good to...
Yes. My father wouldn't lie to me. My real father. No, your real father...
Protected you. Did a hell of a good job.
Yes. But...
Which reinforces his character, you know. Everybody called it out too. It's like Ned Stark has a bastard. Not his style. Yeah. But Ned Stark protecting his nephew...
That is his style.
That's his style.
That's his style. You know, protect the family.
And he didn't lie in the last time they talked when he says, you might not have my name, but you have my blood.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, from your sister.
Yeah, true.
That's some Stark blood. Feminine Stark blood, but Stark blood nonetheless.
Still Stark blood, yeah.
So,
it's good enough for
going
me.
into the next episode,
My king.
Speculation. Let's open that box a little.
Yes.
With our own speculations, we're definitely going to see Jon still reeling from the truth.
Oh, it's going to take a minute for him to get comfortable with it.
I don't think he's going to be as straightforward about it. I think he's going to sit on it for a good while.
Well, that's kind of his style, but you know, I'm hoping he just goes straight up to Daenerys and says like, so, funny story actually.
Funny story.
Hey, Auntie. I mean, did I call you that?
You just made me think of Men in Black. Oh, was that your auntie?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be one. Like, I hope personally it'd be like one of those, just like real quick. Hey, did you know about this?
That could end badly.
It could, especially right before a war, man. I mean, you know, a lot of things going on, but you know, I hope there's that extra right there, that little extra tension. It's good stuff.
That's drama.
It's drama.
You need that tension. You need that.
Oh yeah.
You need to stir the pot.
My stories.
My stories. The stories.
So yeah, that's what I'm speculating. Actually, I'm hoping speculations come true.
I don't know. I want it to drag on a little bit because I want to see some confliction.
Man, we only got 6 episodes total.
Well, 5 more to go, and they're practically movies at this point. I think this is going to be the shortest running time for the episode. The rest are longer than this one. I think.
Intermissions.
No one died in this episode.
No.
Technically.
Well, man.
Except for the poor Greyjoys on Euron's... am I saying that name right? Euron?
I think it's Euron.
Euron?
Exactly.
When we got to see good old Theon rescue his sister.
Yep.
I think we're going to see, after all the people in the north, the Starks particularly, deal with the arrival of Jaime Lannister, which I think maybe Bran might come to his defense in some way. He's like, I'm not mad.
No, we're cool, man.
But they're going to be pissed about learning about Cersei's intention.
Yeah, true.
And he's going to tell them that.
Yeah.
And then I think Theon's going to show up, and that's another, like, the fuck you come to my house?
Again?
However, Sansa forgives him. Jon forgave him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would Arya? Because Arya might be the very straightforward, like, I can gut you right now, boy.
I think she has no problem saying, hey, too bad you've already been cut down there because I would have cut it off myself.
Dude, that's a good piece of dialogue right there.
Yeah, but
Ooh, damn.
But I feel like that's just her style anyways. That's her character. She's going to be like, cool kid on the block, badass. Yeah, she's going to like hate everything and everyone. So I feel okay with that. Yeah, I'm alright with that too.
We'll see how that goes. I think that's going to play out next episode as well.
Yeah, let's hope.
I think with the given amount of time we have for the whole season, Drummond and Dondarrion and all that, they'll make, and of course, what's his name? Ed, the Night's Watch, Lord's Commander. I think they're going to make it. They're going to somehow bust ass and get around the army and into Winterfell.
They're going to cut right through, I think. They're just going to go for it.
Fucking Riders of Rohan.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And then it's all of a sudden it's just like, all right, guys, There's an opening. We'll just take it, and we're just gonna go through it. Just run. Just blitz it.
That army is...
It's slow moving. Come on.
It's slow, but it's getting bigger.
Oh, very big.
Getting bigger. You remember that game online where you start as a small dot and you pick up little dots and get bigger and bigger and bigger?
Yeah, just a massive...
That's the Night King's fucking army right now. They're hitting all the small villages. Molestown is between Last Hearth and Castle Black. That's fucking gone.
Yeah. Whoever
is left of that after the wildlings destroyed it. Last Hearth, and it's probably going to be the Karstarks place next. They're up there. The Dreadfort is kind of off to the way. That's where the Boltons were from and all that. I don't know who owns that now. They didn't elaborate on that, I don't think. They're going to have a pretty sizable army. I mean, how much can you get north of the wall when finally you get to the grass is greener on the other side, technically? And then
you just keep on going, I guess.
What if they had livestock as well in the army? It's like, is that a cow? That's a fucking cow. Is that a sheep? Fuck.
Wow.
Zombie sheep. Oh.
That's bad news, guys.
Oh, yeah. He's going to kill John by accident.
All right. How sheepish of you.
The sheep has killed the wolf. Oh!
Whoa! The tables have turned.
Ooh. What else do we want from the next episode, my friend?
Oh, man. I want action. Violence.
Oh, you want some more action?
Yeah.
Where do you think that action is going to come from?
I'm hoping some swords are going to be slashing against some shields here.
You want the battle?
I want some fights. I'm here for the main event, man.
I don't want the main battle next episode.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but obviously it's not going to happen.
At least episode 3.
We got some setup to go on.
Yeah.
It's going to end episode 3 with the start of the battle.
You think that's when it's going to start?
I know, and then that's whenever I'm going to pick back up.
I think episode 3 is the battle. Because if you think about it, they have to deal with that and then turn their attention south.
Yes.
Like, that still has to be...
Army
has to be tied up, man.
It's gotta, I guess. You know what? Screw it. Come on, let's just divvy our squad up.
No!
You guys go over here, we go over here, and we meet up not in the middle, on the outsides. We'll meet up. Call me. No, send Raven. There we go.
Tweet me.
Yeah, send Raven. So
that you...
I'd be a terrible strategist, just like, you know what?
Yeah, you're splitting the army in half.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Go tell them to go pick up some food or something like that.
So
all 20,000 men? Yeah, sure, why not? And take 5th squad with you, I guess. I don't know. But they're holding the wall. Prop it up with a brick or something. I don't care.
It's like, but they're the closest ones.
Yeah, but I'm hungry. So
I want this stuff quick.
Go get me my chickens. Which ones? All the chickens.
all the fucking chickens.
Yes.
So you're the hound. All right.
I guess so, yes.
You're just a brute who wants fights.
And chickens.
And chicken.
Yes. No chicken to a fight, though.
This man right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's our full-on speculations and our reaction to this first episode.
I've reacted.
And...
and, I mean...
we made some good jokes too watching it. It is probably the most lighthearted episode of this season.
Yeah,
enjoy it now.
Sweet summer children, enjoy it because it's gonna get good. It's gonna get real good.
Oh man, your butthole's gonna fucking tighten up for the rest of the season, man.
In a good way, I hope.
Woo!
Yeah. It's like, oh, he said that to her. Oh man, oh he killed him. It's gonna be like that. I feel like it's gonna be like that for me the entire time.
So no one has died, but who do you think would probably be the first victim?
Oh man, actually, I don't know. I
want to do this in this show of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Of place your bets, and we'll see who's right.
Place your bets. All right, let's see. Well, who's your bet? Because I need time to say.
Well, see, this is where the debate is. Is it going to be a non-combative death or a combative death?
Oh, it's going to just be a death. Yeah.
Death is the only true God, all right? You know what we say to death? Put it on my guy, because I want to win this bet.
Oh, boy.
I can't decide if we're going to finally see some deaths when the battle finally, breaks down on Winterfell's walls, or is there going to be some kind of treachery, diplomacy, or misunderstanding kind of non-combative death that happens? And when you try to weigh which one's more likely, I kind of lean towards the battle.
Yeah, I would say there's no reason a non-combative death, a diplomacy death should happen, because, I mean, we've had diplomacy already.
So
it's It's gonna happen.
When the fight goes down and shields and swords are clashing like you want,
Well,
I'm putting my bet, my money, and this is metaphorical money, of course, because I don't want to lose to you. Nothing monetarily. I think it would be Dondarrion.
Dondarrion's death, huh?
Yeah, Beric Dondarrion. I think he'd probably be the first to fall. That's who I'm saying right now.
Okay.
Because this is the crescendo. Or did I say that right?
Crescendo?
Crescendo. Yeah, this is the climax. This is like all these interweaving stories are coming together into a fine point. Here and now, this is what's going down. And I think you have to ramp that up. You can't just start big. You have to go from the bottom and start getting to the more important. And I hate to say it, but Baron Dondarrion, he's a martyr kind of guy. He's just like, I will go and die.
Yeah.
So, and he can't come back, so that's probably a good footnote to have as well. It's just like Thanos when he's busting the Asgardian Ark. He's like, no resurrections this time. It's that kind of moment where you're like, the dude who kept coming back, he can't come back. That's a good undertone kind of footnote to have from as early as possible in casualties. So I put it on Dondarrion to be the first to fall.
All right.
During the battle. How about you?
I don't know, actually. I was kind of like, I guess I was just talking big.
No, you gotta pick. You gotta pick, man.
I got cold feet all of a sudden. I don't think I can pick anyone. I'm not sure.
Come on. Win or lose. Win or lose.
All right.
We'll probably both lose, and probably both of us be wrong.
Well, both will be
It'll
wrong.
be, Winterfell Soldier number 5.
Yeah, I know, right? the guy in the back. He just fell and hit his head really hard.
Okay, excluding the extras.
Yeah, I know.
Named characters.
Named characters.
Come on, name someone, buddy. Name a character.
Man.
Who's your man?
Who's
your
my
man?
guy? All right.
Or woman?
Okay, named character. Man, I forgot his name.
Describe him.
The kid that Arya was flirting around with.
Gendry?
Gendry, there we go. I was going to say Gary. Oh, man.
Gary,
Yeah, Gary. You know Gary, right? Gendry. Yeah, no.
The Darksmith.
Oh, man.
Right?
Yes. I'm hoping, I'm just saying, hopefully, he does, he's like, hey, I made armor, I made weapons, I'm gonna go, out in battle.
You think he's gonna be cocky?
He's gonna end up getting killed, and that's gonna be like, Arya's gonna be like, why? Like, now I got nothing to live for, so.
Except for she's said, I got family to live for.
Yeah, I guess.
And you're shipping the shit hard, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm hoping, it's speculation. It's my speculation. Like I said, if I can't lead a strategy of an army very well, I can't.
You can't lead speculation.
I can't lead this or that. Plus, I'm just like, that's fuel and motivation for her to be like, blood, vengeance.
I don't think it takes much for her to go out for blood.
No, it really doesn't. Just one stub toe, and all of a sudden we got like
shit. The whole castle's dead.
Yeah, I know, right? I like your style.
So you're going with Gendry?
Yeah, let's go with him. He's a minor character, kind of like what you're saying. He's not the big, one of the big names.
But you wish you picked Dondarrion, don't you?
I kind of did. I'm kind of.
You're like, damn, his argument's good.
Yeah, it was a really good point. I'm like, can I change my vote real quick?
Nope, it's final. It's on tape, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's a good part to wrap this up. We didn't want this too long. It's not as long, hopefully not as long as the episode. Yeah. Thanks for toughing in this long. We're going to be back next week for the next episode. Like I said, we're trying to watch these the moment they're available. We want to record the moment we're done watching.
Yes.
So we get these out as quickly as possible, and then let them breathe for the whole week, and then bada bing, bada boom. Next one. Probably the season finale is going to probably be our longest video.
Probably, because it's going to be a big old recap and let's talk.
It's just going to be us sitting there crying.
Yeah. I think I will be. I'm not going to lie.
I will, probably. Just for the sheer fact that it's over.
Yes.
And I love the show. I love it so much, so it's gonna suck. There are spin-offs coming, but the main show is done so. And why did we wait so long to do this for the final season?
Who knows?
Man, oh man.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. like I said, tune in next week and check out our next review. It will be episode 2. And we should probably do this more often for more shit. Think we're going to do this for Avengers?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Let's do this for Avengers. Thank you, guys. And we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
Adios.